All
Go.
right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I didn't know I was kicking it off, but here we go. You guys, welcome. Welcome to the Founders Club Zoom. I'm excited that all three of us are on here tonight. It has been a minute since our schedules have all worked out to do this. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys. You guys, the countdown is on for Founders Club. We know that, right? I think we have 6 or 7 weeks left. Six weeks left for Founders Club. So I want you to drop in the comments where your points are at, how many unique accounts you have. Be vulnerable here. And I wish I could see the comments. I was going to try to get on my computer too, but I did not. So put those in the comments and also put in there where you're joining us from. I know our group has gotten a lot smaller, you guys. I think we started with over 500 or 300 people? 500? 600?
No, we started with over 600. And then by the second week, it was down to 4. And
Yeah,
then
we scared everyone away.
out around 150.
And now there's 19 on here right now. So we have scared everyone literally away. But here's the thing, you guys. I feel like people are just kind of giving up. I feel like people are just kind of like, what do I do now? What can I do to make this last 6 weeks count? So I'm going to do a little tidbit of training that I was supposed to do like a month ago or two when I wasn't able to drop on, because it's so important, you guys. And it really hit home with me. And I'm just going to say at the beginning here, if this stings, then let it. Okay. If this stings you, then let it, because I really think and do something about it, because I really think if we think about what we do every single day, and I know this pertains to me, so maybe I'm going to train myself tonight, but we don't do everything that we're supposed to do. We have a lot of downtime, a lot of time that we think we're working, but we're really not. So you guys, time to be real here. And I want you guys to be interactive with me here tonight. So first of all, do you track your hours you're working with Singular? Do you track the time that you're working with Singular? Put it in the chat. If you track the time you are working with Singular. I didn't used to do this, and it helps so much to do it, because you realize, hey, you know what? You're not doing what you think you're doing. If you're going to say, hey, I want to work 2 hours a day, or I'm going to work 6 hours a week, or I'm going to work 8 hours a week, or whatever it may be, I want you to start tracking your time, because I think you'll really, really surprise yourself when it comes to what you're really putting into it. The next thing, put in the comment how many hours a day or a week you work your Singular business, or you want to work your Singular business, or you think you work your Singular business, because I'm going to open your eyes here, you guys. And then I want you to think about this. Are you getting the results that you want with the hours that you're working? Are you consistently talking to new people? Are you consistently doing trainings? Are you consistently, think about what you're doing with that, okay? And like I just saw one of the comments come through that says what they want to work, but they have no idea if they're doing it. That's why it's important to track your hours, okay? Because we really don't have any idea what we're putting into this. Now think about if you are, and I have been dealing with life lately, you guys, but so a lot of this, like I said, pertains to me, but I want you to think about the time that you work and what you are really doing with that time. Are you scrolling Facebook or Instagram or TikTok? Or TikTok is a time sucker. People, 60 seconds at a time, it will waste your life. It will waste your day. So you got to be productive. So are you scrolling? Are you posting and waiting for people to respond? So are you fishing? And you think that you're working with that? Yes, that's a step that you have to take. You have to bait that hook and put that out there, but that's not the only thing you have to do. And so are you posting and waiting for people to respond? Are you watching trainings? I know a lot of people that think that they're working their business because they watch every single training that's out there. You guys, if you're not doing the work after the training, it's not going to count. Okay. So if you're just spending that time watching trainings and thinking you're getting somewhere with that, you're not going to get very far. Okay. You're going to learn stuff, but you have to implement it. Same thing about going to events. If you are going to go to an event If you come home and right when you get home, life hits you again, and you don't even open that notebook that you took that 16 or 17 or 25 pages of notes on, it's not going to do you any good, because life happens. Okay. Life happens to all of us as soon as we walk in our door. Are you spending those hours getting organized? Being organized will help you stay on task. Okay. Are you setting goals during those hours? Are you chasing squirrels during those hours? I know a lot of us do that. Are you chatting with team members during those hours? And I want you to think about what you're talking to your team about. Are you talking about life, or are you talking about business? If you have become super close and this is going to hurt a little bit, if you have become really good friends with your teammates, the people that you talk to, the people that you do mentor calls with, the people that you're working with all the time, and you find yourself talking more about life than about business, you have got to get them on a call with someone else. They need mentor calls from someone else, because that is a chasing squirrel moment. Okay. So, and then do you have an accountability partner? And is it someone that you can stay on task with? Because if you're talking about life, yes, you're getting to know people, but guess what? It's not helping you grow your business. Okay. They become more of a friend than a crack the whipper. And Melissa's smiling because I know I can see Melissa and Stacy both laughing at that one. You guys, I want you to be more intentional. Okay. Be more intentional with your business. Clock in and clock out. Clock in every time you're doing something that's helping your business. Clock out every time you're chasing a squirrel. I'm going to tell you, if you think you're working 4 hours, 5 hours a day, if you really did this, I bet you would seriously bring it down to maybe 1 or 2 hours, because we tend to get sidetracked a lot. But I bet we all work less than we think we do on our actual business. Now think about this, you guys, and maybe you guys have a job. Maybe you have a job other than this. How many hours a day do you work at that? Okay, you're there for a certain amount of time. But if you showed up inconsistently to your 9 to 5, like you do your business, and you only got paid for the work that you did, you would probably be just as disappointed in that. Okay, it's just the facts here. So I think someone else put this in the comments before, but think about this. If you worked for you, would you hire yourself, or would you fire yourself right now in your business? I would fire myself right now in my business, because I have been super sidetracked with a lot of things. I'll just be straight up with you guys. Life gets in the way of all of us, but I would right now. But school started today. How many of you guys had school start just the last couple of days, or it's going to start soon? So we're getting back on track, back on task, and all of that. So if you're putting in the time, or feel like you're putting in the time and your business still isn't moving, you guys need to do something different. I want you to think outside of the box. I want you to get pushed out of your comfort zone, because we all have to do that. So if you're not doing lives, do lives. I am scared to death of doing lives, but now I am putting myself out there. I'm going to do it just because I told you guys. If you aren't doing parties, do parties, whether they're online or in person. If you're not doing sip and seeds, do sip and seeds. If you're not meeting new people, meet new people. If you are preaching to the same people over and over and over and over again, guess what? They have heard it, they have seen it, and they probably want nothing to do with it. They'll come around when they're ready. So you have to fill your funnel. You have to be meeting new people. If you're not attending events, make sure you're attending events. Kentucky's coming up in really soon. So in October. So make sure that you guys are going to that. I'm excited to see everybody there as well. And if you're not being a product of the product, this one might hurt a little bit, but you are your billboard. You are your business. If you are not being a product of the product, be a product of the product. It's a lot easier. Would you guys agree with me? It's a lot easier to talk about it if you're excited about it and you're feeling good. How many of you guys have gained a little bit of weight back over the course of your journey, and you're like, I can't share that with anybody. I can't tell anybody about these products because I've gained some of my weight back. I can't talk about how great it is. You can still talk about how great it is, but you have to focus on other stuff. Focus on the energy. Focus on, what XR2 does for you. Helps to calm you down, the stress levels, those kind of things. But be a product of the product, because it's easier to talk about, it's easier to market, and it's easier to get people to join you if you are excited. The last one here, if you are dragging and begging your team to do what you want them to do, find a new team. Find new people. It is easier to give birth than raise the dead. I promise you, I've done it 3 times. I've never been able to raise the dead. Okay. So make sure that you guys are really thinking about that, because you need to find new people. And the people that already are here, they're either going to come with you or they're going to drop off. Okay. It's not, the ball is not in your court when it comes to what people are doing or are not doing. So I'm going to end with this, you guys, for my part. So everyone answer this in the comments. What is your why? What is your why? I want you to drop it in the comments. If you don't know it, you need to figure it out. If you are on this Zoom and you do not know why you are with Singular, you do not know why you do this, you do not know why you put the time in, you do not know why you take the products, you do not know why you want to share the products with people, you do not know why you don't want to leave this incredible company that we have, you need to figure this out. Okay, you have got to figure this out. But I'm seeing them come through the comments here. Now I want you guys to look at how many hours you said you're working, okay, and subtract at least half of those hours, because I know we all chase squirrels like I was talking about. And then I want you to ask yourself this: is that all your why is worth? Out of your day, is that the time that your why is worth? If it's worth 1 hour a day, if it's worth 30 minutes a day, it's probably not strong enough. You got to find something that will make you get out of bed in the morning and will make you sleep good at night, because it is so important, you guys. Life is going to happen to us. And if your why is not strong enough, I'm telling you, every single roadblock that comes in your path is going to slow you down and stop you. It's going to try to hold you back. It's going to try to make you, it's going to try to tell your brain, oh my gosh, I can't do this, or I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve this, or I'm never going to be an executive, or I'm never going to earn the Founders Club trip. Your mind will mess with you. So your why has to be strong. It has to be a good reason why you're doing this, you guys. So I want you guys to think about those things. And I want you guys to really, whip yourself into shape, put it into perspective for you. I know a lot of us are in a funk right now, but I'm telling you, the more excited we get, have you guys heard the thing that says, if you light yourself on fire, people will come to watch you burn? Right? It's truthful. It is so crazy. It's like you pass a car accident, you don't want to look, but you do. Like, you don't, you know what I mean? Like those kind of things. If you get excited about something, people are going to want what you have. The dragon fruit trim sticks. We sold so many of those and hardly any of us had even tried it. But guess what? People fed off of our excitement. They don't need to know what it is or even what it's going to do for them. They will want it just because you have lit yourself on fire and they want whatever you have. So I want to end with that, you guys, but dig deeper. Let's find that excitement. We're going into fall, the end of summer, fall, and then I can put my Christmas tree up and tick Stacy off because I put it up super, super early and he complains every year. But you guys, we are coming into our busy, crazy season. So I hope you have planted the seeds over the summer. I hope you're ready for a fall harvest because it is coming. And if you've been slacking off, start planting those seeds as fast as you can. Talk to these people as much as you can. Find out what people are suffering with. Find out what people are struggling with. If you listen to people who listen and don't listen to reply, you're going to get a lot farther. Listen to really what they need. People are hurting. People need money. People need energy. People need help with sleeping. People need help with focus and clarity. People need help with life in general. And we know this is a great community to bring people into to give them that little umph. So that's all I got. I don't know who I'm turning it to, but I love you guys. And I'm so excited to be back on here.
I wish I had a mic because I would just drop it right now. And never again am I going to let you go first because you just took half of my content. So just saying, but I do want to show you this. And this is just, I'm going to share my screen because exactly what you said, like, this is exactly what, hang on. There you go, Stacy and Kristi. There you go. For real, not even kidding. I am just like Kristi, and we've got a lot to look forward to. And there is a lot of people that this Christmas season's looking a little bleak. I'm going to let Stacy close it. I don't know if he knows that or not, but I'll just go ahead and do it because I'm not going to let anybody steal anything else that I got for tonight. And I know he will. So, but seriously, Christmas is looking bleak for some people because around here, property taxes have way gone up. We've got a whole thing around here where our power bill has gone up by 23 to 38%. We have got gas prices back on the rise. We have got school board just approved a 12% millage rate increase. Everything's going up except for the way that they're getting their income. People are not getting raises. People are not getting a higher income. Everyone's taking second jobs. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I went to my hair salon today because I had to get my hair did before I got on that plane tomorrow because it was bad. But I went to her. I had not been there in several months. And the first thing she says when I sit in her chair, she says, I either am going to have to start selling Singular or I'm going to have to start driving an Uber. So you need to tell me how to do this. She said that to me. And, you know, I keep my doors open every single day. People know what I do. I've branded myself. I post on my personal Facebook page all the time. I post in my results group all the time. I'm posting in my customers group all the time. I am following up with all of my prospects on a regular basis. At least twice a year, they get some kind of touch. Even if they send their kit back, they still get touched by me because she's been a customer of mine since 2018. Never once. She's always said, I can't sell it. The salon won't allow me. This won't happen. She had a crisis in her life happen. And her fiance that she lived with 14 years passed away. She went from a 2-income family to a 1-income family, just like that. And the way that she lived, she cannot do that on what she's making now. So you never know when circumstances are going to change for the people that you have that are your customers. And this is not, I haven't even got to my notes yet, but I'm just, from what Kristi said, I mean, it's just like there is so many people praying that went to bed praying for God to show them a way to make extra money this month, for God to show them a way, for them to especially women, my Lord, I mean, that is scary, driving an Uber to have strange people in your car. But people think that's the only way because we're not doing our jobs by telling them we've got another way that you can do it right there, babies, that you don't have to leave your babies. We've got another way that you can do it that from anywhere. I mean, Kristi does it from soccer field every single day. I mean, people do, you can do this from anywhere, and we're not doing our jobs by telling them, and we're not being the answers to their prayers. So you want to earn Founders Club, you bless somebody. You go help them find a way to make it through this month, because right now the money's running out before the month does for everybody. Everything is going up and people are desperate. I mean, every news station's calling it Bidenomics. I mean, it is a crisis across the entire country. Sorry, Valerie, I know you're in Canada, but I'm sure things are just as bad there. I mean, you know, it's rough. So you've got to find a way to bless somebody, because we rise by lifting others, right? And I don't remember, I think Ziegler said, you help enough people get what they want, you don't have it. It's just going to be, I mean, you're going to get what you want, just helping other people. So let's talk about that. And let's talk about some ways that you can help people. How much do you think $1,000, what do you think $1,000 would do for people this month, in 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks? Because again, it's possible, very possible with this bonus. That could change everything. So it goes back to what Kristi said. You know, when you, and she's preaching to me too, y'all, it's not just y'all, but when you sit there and you think about the hours that you work. You subtract the scrolling. You subtract my hour-long conversation with Stacy today about our grandkids. I mean, that, you subtract the list making. You subtract the things that, that you're going to do. You subtract the trainings that you're watching. You subtract all that. You come down to it, that hours that you think you're working are very, very, a lot slimmer than what you actually think. And my word, I mean, that just knocked me upside the head. Is my why not bigger than what I'm actually doing? And I'm going to start clocking in and out and actually working the hours that I say I'm going to work. Because if I'm working a job, they're going to require me to work. Why am I not going to require that of myself? I'm the CEO of my own company. Nobody else is going to do it if I'm not going to do it, So let's see how we can help all these people that are struggling right now, that are praying for something right now, make an extra $1,000 this month. So simple. You get them to manager. You get them to manager, and you can do that. I'm telling you, our regional was a couple of weeks ago, and Dana Knott was here, and she is just absolutely amazing the way that she is just duplicating. And I mean, her and Daryl Reynolds both, Tony Reynolds, they are just slinging out managers left and right, because they are showing them, they're building that vision and painting that dream and showing them that this is possible, and you're no exception. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your social economics is. I don't care if you're a man or woman. I don't care what it is, older, young, you can do this. And they're helping them do it. And the first thing is, you've got to find out, just like Kristi said, you got to find out what that money's going to do for them, because that's going to be very important, because you're going to have to take them back to that. Because when they, ask 10 people and not one of them immediately says yes, for some reason, people have it in their head that this is going to be just like this, and all of a sudden, all these people are going to sign up. You've got to get them grounded, and you've got to bring them back to, stay with me, because this is what you told me that you needed. And we're going to make that happen. But you got to be coachable. You got to let me help you. So you got to find out, first of all, what it is that they want and what they're going to do with that, why they need it. Find out all the things about them. And you know how you do that? You get on the phone with them. That is changing everything for me. It is changing everything. I am talking to people on a regular basis, every day or so, about what it is that they want. And, when they're getting frustrated, because new people will. Think about you when you got frustrated. Oh my gosh, the first time somebody sent their kid back, I thought I was going to die. I'm just saying, it was just like devastating, because I coached them and I just can't even imagine what happened, And then it's just, people get discouraged until you get to a place where you're almost immune to it. No is scary for people. So you've got to be that person that's going to set that stage for them, talk them through it, tell them what it is, build that dream, get them on the phone with other people, just like Kristi said. And especially if you're close to that person, there is no greater power for building that vision than somebody else talking to them and not just their friend. So find out why, find out their why, find out what they're going to do with it. And then the second thing is, you've got to pour your belief in them, and you've got to have the attitude with them that there is no other answer other than they are going to earn $1,000 this month. Just like we speak affirmations to ourselves, and what we speak, how we've been training to speak life over yourself and speak it now as if it had already happened. You speak to your person that way. You speak to your new, your person that's going to hit manager. You speak to them that way. You speak, and you are going to do this. And because sometimes people don't believe in themselves, a lot of times people don't believe in themselves. So they might just need to borrow your belief in them. You're going to have to be excited about what they're doing, be positive, go overboard, show them. Don't expect them to just know what they're doing. You're going to have to just lead them and hold their hand. And do not overwhelm them. Don't overwhelm them. You recognize them, you edify them, you celebrate them, you make them feel like they're the most important person in the world. Every little thing that they do because that's going to show your belief. That's going to show that it's just going to give them a pride in themselves. It's going to show that you're proud of them, and it's going to show that you're grateful for them. It's going to show them all kinds of things, and it's going to make them feel like other people don't make them feel. Because I can promise you, they're not feeling that from their job, and they're not feeling that from other places, because there's a lot of stress. And if this can be a place where they're going to earn that money but feel good doing it, then you're already working on retention right from the beginning. And the hardest thing in the whole world is you being consistent with that person. It's hard. But again, you got to go back to what's going to get you out of the bed too. You've got your own goals, but if we help enough people get theirs, then we're going to hit our goals. So you got to go back to your why, because picking up that phone and calling somebody and spending that time and taking that time, whatever hours it is that, like Kristi said, that you're working on this, right? You gotta have it on the phone, a lot of it on the phone, in order to establish those relationships, teach the person duplication. Because if you're just sending board messages, guess what they're gonna do? They're never gonna get on the phone with anybody. They're never gonna get you on the phone with anybody. Set the standard right from the beginning. And especially your new partners, that's the thing. And a side note, squirrel. I wish I had my squirrel. It's in my she shed. I haven't brought it over, but Kristi actually sent me a squirrel. No lie, she really did. But squirrel moment. When you are signing up new customers, any bundle, they get a free bottle of Zine for upgrading to a partner. Guess what? That's a wash. They get a whole year and a bottle of Zine for $50. So it's not a dead squirrel, it's a stuffed squirrel. But it just tells me I do squirrel stuff just like right now. So, but yeah, Stacy got one too. I'm not even lying. We both got squirrels. Yeah, you should hear our conversations. It's quite comical. But see, I don't even know where I'm at right now. See what you do to me? You can't do that, Stacy. The bottle of zinc. So when you're talking to people, there's not one person you sign up this month that should not sign up as a partner. You tell them that's what we're going to do. You tell them you're going to pay $49.95. You're going to get a year's worth of your referral links for a year, and we're going to give you a bottle of zinc. So it's going to be a wash. You don't not want to do that. So right there is the first step of getting them the partner. And oh my gosh, you've already got your referral links. We're going to go ahead and get your products paid for. You tell them. Don't ask them if they want to do it. Don't ask them if they want to be a partner. Don't ask them if they want to go to Jamaica. Don't ask them if they want to be an extreme builder. You tell them you're going to get this, and we're going to get you your referral links. And then you've got your referral links. So we are going to get you, and don't ever say you, or your, or you, we. This is a we thing. We, ours, as your verbiage is very, very important. But we are going to get your money back for these products. You've already got your referral links. Why would we not? Let's just see what happens, and you set that standard. You tell them what to do, because they're just looking for someone to tell them and lead them. So you got to get out of your own way, and you got to get over your own fear to do that. Tell your people that you've got to show them the value in the bigger kits, especially the rest of the month, because I'm going to tell you, it's much, much easier to sell 5 advanced than it is to sell 10 X bundles. So if you have to come down to the X bundle, that's fine. But most times people are going to sell what they start with. So if they start with a bottle of collagen, you're going to have to show them why and teach them why everybody's not like you. There's people that need what's in this X Advance. If anybody needs, and the thing is when you're asking their goals and you're talking to their new prospects on the phone, find out what all they need. And then when they go to say, I think I'll do a bag of trim sticks, go back. Well, you told me this was your goal. You told me you needed to lose 50 pounds. You told me you had inflammation in your body. You told me that you had digestion issues, and you told me you had all this. Why aren't we doing a bag of trim sticks? and then find out what the reason is, because you can always overcome objections. See what I'm saying? So we got that. And then the last thing is you've got to be persistent with your customers. You've got to be persistent. You've got to fight for it. You've got to show them the value in this. You've got to show them that you're going to help them. You're going to be there. They're going to have $1,000 this month, because if they just a little bit, just trust you and go in and give you just a little bit of time every single day, let you coach them, the sky's the limit. But you've got to fight for this, because you are going for that Founders Club trip. And what would happen if you, I don't know, blessed 8 people this month over the next 2 months? I think you'd be on a beach with me and Stacy and Kristi and everybody else that's already earned it. 8 people. You bless 8 people. So that's my 5 tips for you. You've got to get out of your comfort zone, and you've got to be persistent. Tell people what to do. Believe in them. Show them the way. Show them the value of what we have. And there's nothing that any of you can't accomplish. I believe in you. Stacy believes in you. Kristi believes in every single one of you. I don't care what your number was on that chat. There is no reason that you can't get 8 more. And if you've already got your trip, get 8 more. Get all of it. I'm going to turn it over to Stacy.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, because Kristi and Melissa I think, blew us all out of the water this evening. I am just going to talk to you guys pretty much about one thing, and that's focus. And we're going to keep this short. I want you to think back over the last few weeks, maybe even the last few months. Where has your focus been? Has it been where it needs to be with Zingular? And through the summer months, I can say for myself, it's not been not where it was a few months ago. My schedule got jumbled around a little bit. Started watching my grandson Finn Monday through Friday from about 8 to 5-ish. So through the day, when I used to do Zingular, I was having to focus on him more, which is a good thing. It's a blessing for me to be able to do that. That's why I do Zingular, is to be able to stay home and do these things for my family. But my focus got shifted. My schedule got turned around and twisted a little bit. So I had to kind of pivot a little bit and redo my schedule and refocus my time. Here's the thing. Did I do it as well as I could have? No, I didn't. Because I got used to not putting as many hours into Zingular in the evening. So when I tried to force myself to do it, I didn't do it at the quality I should have been. So, and I know that. So great thing is he starts kindergarten tomorrow, and for me tomorrow is a new day. So I want you guys in the chats to, and Kristi says she has to say something else, so I'll bring Kristi back on here in just a second. I want you guys to put in the chats 3 things that you're going to start focusing on over the next 6 weeks that you have not been. Okay, I don't want you to wait till when you wake up in the morning and think about it. I want you to be thinking about that right now and put it in the chats. And if you can't think of 3 things before you go to bed, I want you to physically write it down. And I want it beside your bed, taped to your mirror, taped to your refrigerator, your coffee pot, whatever it is that you look at pretty much first thing in the morning. And I want you to focus on those 3 things starting tomorrow morning. Whatever those 3 things could be. It could be getting on the phone with your distributors more. It could be reaching out to your customers to talk to them about upgrading, because like Melissa said, we've got 2 weeks. We've got plenty enough time to help them to get to manager, get them upgraded, get them to manager, and help them make an extra $1,000+ in the next 2 weeks. It is extremely doable. It could be one of the things Kristi talked about, tracking your time. Is that something you need to improve on? Is it tracking your Founders Club points? Is it getting into personal growth? I mean, what is it that you need to be focusing on. 3 things over the next 6 weeks. And I believe that if you're focusing on the right things over the next 6 weeks, like Melissa said, we don't care where your points are, but if you're focusing on the right things, you will earn the Founders Club trip. I have no doubt about it. Because like we said, we believe in you guys. We believe in you all 100%. And guess what? Whether you're watching the live or you're watching the recording, you believe in yourself as well, or you wouldn't still be here. Now, you may in the forefront of your mind say, I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe in myself, but in the back of your head somewhere and in your heart, you believe you could do it or you wouldn't be here. So put the work in, put the focus in, get yourself in a quiet place to where you have no distractions, set time aside and get those things done. And check in with your accountability partner. Check in with your accountability partner and brainstorm on maybe some new things, some different things you guys have not been doing. Kristi, I think her and Melissa talked about, in-person parties, Facebook parties, getting on the phone with people. Make sure you're doing the things that's going to help grow your business. Don't just be scrolling Facebook and getting distracted. Get in that quiet time and get it done. So guys, I want to keep it short, but I really wanted to leave you guys with a focused mindset to where you go to bed tonight, you know what you need to do starting tomorrow. So take the focus that we've got now and start it in the morning. And Kristi said she had something else to say. So Kristi, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I know you were squirreling.
No, I don't need a squirrel. I wanted to just share something with you guys, something that I have done the last little bit, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is working. So those of you guys who don't know, my daughter plays high school soccer. She is extremely busy. She's been dealing with some health issues. So I have a lot going on right now. But I decided I have this whole new group of soccer moms because she's a freshman this year. So we have 4 years worth of soccer moms and dads that are going here. And I don't know a lot of them. So what I did, and hopefully this gives you guys a fun idea, but these are people that I'm going to see all the time. So I don't want to come off. If you know me, you know I am not a salesy. You have to join me, blah, blah. I'm not that girl. Okay. I just like to drip on people. I love to drip on people and I love them to ask me. So I came up with an idea to have a fun mom's car to ride to soccer games. So a group of the moms, they come, and if they're going alone, they come and they get in my car. Well, I love to let them talk about themselves. So I'm like an interviewer. Okay. So I learned that from my husband. If you know my husband, you know what I mean. He loves to interview people. He knows all about people. He knows about their hobbies, all this stuff. So I became a good interviewer. So I'll ask these moms a question like, oh, what do you do for fun? Oh, where do you work? Oh, what's your, all these things, because guess what? Then they ask me. So we're riding to these 2-hour games, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, 1 hour there, 1 hour back, whatever it may be. And we are getting to know each other. I'm not salesy at all, but I'm going to tell you what I do. I drip on them. So I only had one mom with me the last 2 games, and we got to know each other really well. And she asked me what I do. And I was like, oh my gosh, I get to do the best thing ever. I get to help put a smile on people's faces. I get to help give people more energy. I get to help people learn how to make more money, all these different things. And then guess what I did? I stopped talking. And I say, oh, well, how long have you been doing massages? And so then she talks to me a little bit about that. And then she'll ask me a question. Oh, tell me a little bit about your energy. I've been super tired. So I'm like, oh, it's an incredible product. There's a few different ones that give you energy. I'm like, it's absolutely incredible. And I tell her a little bit about what it's done for me. And then I ask her another question because I figure I'm going to be with this lady for the next 3 months. Okay. She's going to be in my car. I did not come off salesy to her at all. She's like, oh, my husband used to do, I don't know how to say Octavia. I don't know how to say it, but I was like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. I said, well, we have supplements, but we don't, you can eat real food. We teach you how to eat real food. We teach you how to reset your metabolism. And then I would ask her another question. So if you get somebody, even maybe somebody that you work with, maybe somebody that you're seeing all the time like this, just drip on them. Because I'm going to tell you what happened the day after this last car ride. She texted me and said, hey, on our next car ride, I need to know more about your stuff. I have 15 pounds I got to get rid of. I just hit 40. I cannot lose that weight. I know you were talking to me about the metabolism. She set that up, right? I didn't have to do anything for her. And then her next question, I was like, absolutely, I'd love to tell you about it. We're going again next week. Yesterday, she came over to me at the game, and I know she wanted to talk, but I was not salesy at all. I was not salesy at all. She goes, I can't wait for Tuesday to hear all about your stuff. She wants to hear from me. So if you guys just get good at asking questions, get good at answering questions, get good at just loving people where they're at, helping people get what they need instead of you need all of this stuff, find out what they're looking for. Because guess what? She came to me and she says, and you told me you make money doing this. This is your job. And I said, absolutely, I do. I can't wait to tell you about that too. So by asking questions, if that makes sense to you guys, by asking questions and just drip on people. I made her want to know what I had. I didn't come out and just spill it and puke all over her and tell her all of these different things. I didn't care if she wanted to do it, but I wanted her to know about it in kind of a natural, subtle way. I don't want to scare the moms away, right? So I want them to be attracted to what I have. Now I'll help her with her situation, with her issues, help her lose that weight. And, she's going to be a partner. I know by next week at this time, she'll be a partner. And I'm super excited about that because she's a massage therapist. She has a clientele. She knows people this is going to help. So really, if you go back to listening to people and finding out what their needs are, it's going to be a lot easier to talk to them. Stop using the board scripts! ! That's all I have to say. So love you guys.
Bye. Love you guys. See you next
Guys,
Thursday. I'll see you
have a
guys
good night.
that are going to be in Canada. Yay! Tomorrow.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you guys for joining us.
Party on Saturday with Melissa at my house. Yay! Not Saturday, Sunday. I'll pick you up Sunday.
Saturdays with me. Yay!
Yay!
Love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.